Hello, I come here to ask you, can phones be used as classroom tools? Should they be used? I know that any of us have had a phone or have one or have used it for any reason. But now I ask you, has it ever happened to you that while you're using one, you seem to get distracted or you disconnect from reality? This is an effect called the fixation effect. This occurs when you take a minor detail or something you're looking at, or something that for you seems kind of attractive. You take that little thing and give all your attention. Your whole brain tries to process that image as much as it can. But by doing so, it disconnects from other senses like hearing or maybe touch. This effect sometimes causes students to lose concentration during classes, which can lead to serious problems. But I come here to ask you, could it be possible to break this cycle and phones to be used as a true device and a true tool in the classroom? Or does this seem impossible? Could it not be used? Are we able to break this cycle? Are our young ones be able? Let's find out. Some studies present that it is possible to use the phone as a tool for learning, but most schools don't know how to employ this knowledge or how to use phones correctly. And sometimes they don't teach the students, meaning that the students have no knowledge whatsoever on how to use them, and often misuse them because of these reasons. Citing from online article, Do Phones Belong in School? At home, many young people were free to choose how and when to use their phones during learning hours, but now they don't have that choice. They face a school where they want to take their connection, their little part of their souls, their phones, returning back into in person relations after having that expanse correlation with phones and you could say bad habit or addictiveness to the phone made this problem more evident. After the pandemic, this effect was being more seen around the world, causing this problem. The Victor Pereira, a lecturer on education and culture of teaching and teaching leadership program at graduate school, stated this. The returning into in person make this problem evident. Phones do have utilities, but are these utilities actually useful? Schools around the world have tried to promote the use of technology as a tool, but it has been hard to do so in an environment where phones have become a part of their lives, a part of their lifestyles, a part of their soul, a thing that they would rather fail an exam or fail a class or for losing it. The phone in a classroom makes learning almost impossible and really hard. It can also cause accidents like crashes and maybe even injuries between persons, maybe emotional injuries also. Younger part of our society lose the desire to communicate and create an addictiveness at a young age. People like first graders are often given access to phones, which can cause this addictiveness. Like we all know, phones have many features, like online searching, apps, and texting and calling, which are its main features. Its online resources are expansive and diverse, which can range from learning about animals to learning about the tiny microbes that live in our bodies. But why is it hard to let your phone down? Like I explained before, this is the fixation effect working. The fixation effect occurs when, like I said, you take the little detail. But the culprits of this fixation are sound and lights. The main reason why sound causes this is because of those little repetitive sounds and whimsical ones, which make you interested. Like I explained before, sounds activate your brain, making you more submissive, basically. Music activates different areas affecting your mood, depending on which music you hear while playing games or in sights. Can activate different moods and different actions on your body. Also, lights can do the same thing, like my colleague Esther. She explained in an interior essay and presentation. Lights have effects in our mood. Lights in the fixation effect also have that effect. Lights can cause different effects in our mood, like in gambling, can give you that feeling of, I almost got it. Well, it might not be true. If you knew about Las Vegas, you would know that the slot machines have different bright lights and different colors to call your attention. Also, those unique sounds which give you that feeling. These colors and these different variations in sounds make you want to continue, not letting your brain go. We humans are attracted by light, like normal. We live in a world lit by different colors and exposed to different ones. So it's normal that these lights call our attention. But phone makers know that, using them. These lights also grip your brain, which don't let you go. That's why they use them. According to Michael Rich, an associate professor of pediatrics at Harvard Medical School and an associate professor of social and behavioral sciences at the Harvard Chan School of Public Health, says that phones and school don't mix. Students can't meaningfully learn or absorb information while texting, calling, watching YouTube, or just scrolling up and down in social media. These four images that I picked have different showcasings of different events that phones can cause. This first one, a woman, let's say, texted, got distracted, thanks to the fixation effect, didn't notice the pole, and crashed into it. The second photo, well, all of us know that texting while driving is dangerous. It can cause two accidents and cause the loss of a life. In this little group of friends, thanks to after the pandemic, people have lost the ability to talk or don't know how to socialize correctly. This could actually be seen as our future if this doesn't stop. They don't know how to talk, and their whole friendship is based on a phone. What would happen if they didn't have their phone? Could they be friends? This also is shown in this little group. Little kids which are exposed to phones. After a little while, they'll end up like this group. Why don't we learn how to use this tool? Grades can also be affected by this little minuscule tool or device. overuse of cell phones can result in poor grades and the inability to think to your fullest potential, which can mean that it makes harder for you to get good grades, but it also means that you can't remember well. Has it ever happened to you that you have an exam, an urgent exam, and you study like 30 minutes before, but right before you were using your phone for random reason, and when you get to the test, all you can think of is what you did on your phone, but you can't remember what you studied. Maybe you studied a lot, but thanks to that phone, you don't remember anything. All you can think of is my phone, which can cause failure. The researchers found that students' scores improved by nearly 6% in a test. This test was made in a really selected group. They took a group of children and gave them access to phones, taught them material, everything, and then gave them the exam. They also took another group at the same time without the access of phones, gave them material, and gave them the same exam in the same order. But the difference was that the students without the phones had a 6% increase in their grades, which can lead to a huge difference. It is also found that allowing cell phones in school negatively affects students, even those who have low grades, and not excluding students with extremely high grades and are good at studying. Even though there might be a long road for us to cope correctly with technology and use it as a true asset for school learning, I think maintaining a safe distance from phones in classrooms are a good idea to promote good learning in the classroom. I can guarantee to you that using this technique, we might have a great future. But this has to happen all around the globe, not only in Puerto Rico, not only in the United States. These devices are extremely invasive and have gone through the whole world, like we know, and have caused a lack of actual learning in the classrooms. The presence of a phone deteriorates your possibility of learning anything. Phones have caused low grades and lack of attention in all classrooms and all around the world. For the sake of our goodwill in our society, please ban phones from classrooms. This can't continue for the sake of our society, for the sake of the young. Join me in my quest to make a restructure in our schools to make our learning more effective. These phones are destructive, more destructive than constructive at all. These phones just destroy many aspects of our life. These phones can also lead to disrespectful behavior, which can cause problems later on. Phones shouldn't be included. Phones should be set aside from the classroom and only used whenever they need to be used, but not in the classroom. Help me teach the world how phones should be used and that they should not be included in the classroom. I hope that you can help me take this message all around the globe.